Hello everyone, welcome back to Shapez 2. Still got my sick voice on. Oh look, it even in the zoomed out view kind of shows you like roughly what's going along these. I bet if I had different things at each level it would show me all of them. That's cool. Anyway, I didn't intentionally play this like an idle game, but at the end of the last episode we were just starting to deliver this task's shape after sort of working this area out. I'm still not satisfied with it. It must be that there's room here to do 4 full belts, but it's too much of a mess. So anyway, and now we're done. So, oh, did I like intentionally idle until it was finished? No, I just forgot to pause the game in between videos while I was, taking a break and stuff. And it finished pretty quickly, right? We're putting in, 270 minutes. This took like 3 minutes. And then it's been hours since then because I didn't do another video right away. Anyway, so we still got stuff to do with the old. It's so weird they organized. Anyway, whatever. I mean, we want to cash this in, obviously, and like, okay, what I should do is go up and do these milestone things to get access to fluids, but I don't know. I kind of want to just do more of this, right? Like, this shape, it just wants the thing we already... by the way, I mentioned that, like, the universe, I think, was randomly seeded, and I don't know if the tasks are seeded or fixed. It seems like quite a coincidence that this object, like this thing, which is so perfect for this specific side task, happens to be right near my base. Are they putting their finger on the thumb or their thumb on the scale somewhere, influencing what making sure that I get one of these close to the base because they know there'll be a side task I can use, making sure I get that side task? Who knows? Maybe they're both random and I just found one pair of things that happen to line up. Maybe they're both random, but like they choose to give you tasks that are related to the inputs you have available. I don't know. It's a mystery. But we now can we can build a stacker platform. I mean, I guess I should blueprint this, except I hate it so much. That's the only problem with that. God, there must be some improvement to this that could be made. I know there is. Because I could just... It wouldn't even be hard, I think, to improve things a little bit by getting a 4th lane going out this direction. It's no problem routing to there. I could run a belt if I had the thing I needed available. I could do this, right? And it would go out here and get yeeted out along with all its friends. So that's fine. And it looks like there should be enough space in here to, run 4 cutters, even if I didn't line them up exactly like this. The trouble would be getting here. I messed this up somehow. I mean... I guess I could easily scoot this whole brick to the left a little bit, couldn't I? This space here is not being used for anything on the lower layer. So let's see if I can tidy this up just a bit. Cut, paste. Why you know want to paste? I see that there's a conflict up there, but is there... Oh. Yeah, I forgot. You don't hit Control V to paste, you click. Okay. That explains that. So... that should help somehow, right? It's not clear exactly how, but somehow. I can do this, no problem. I need to connect these back up, or really, I guess what I should do is this. And I didn't want to use this space because I thought I might need it for routing something else from one of these inputs, but it turned out I didn't. So now I've got this space here, which... not sure what it's for. Just getting to right here. I mean... okay, I think I see what an answer to that problem is, which is to scoot this over a bit. Okay, there we go. And now I could get to here by, you know, routing something in like this. Not quite like that. Stop. No, put that one back. That was real. Routing something in like this. And then saying go downstairs and out. Yes. So that's a way that I can make use of that extra space to actually fit all four outputs here. It is hellish, pardon the voice, and it doesn't like address the question of where are we building all these things. But I think that is solvable somehow. Right? Like, isn't there enough room in here or something that I could just build two of them on top of each other? Oh, but there was also this problem here where I can't actually get into this. Oh no, I can in the same way, as I said. Go up like that. Right. This is really a cluster. And I know, like, I don't know. Is optimizing this the most important thing I'll ever do? No. Actually, we should just send these out on the lower level, right? They shouldn't be upstairs. They were just here for routing reasons. I mean, I guess there's some benefit sending them out in the upstairs. If you felt they would tend to want... it doesn't matter very much. Like, when you receive, you can just adjust the level. But it maybe is more aesthetically pleasing if they're both lower level. But that's easy enough to fix. You can do it the same way. So can I fit 4 of these guys and still route the output the way I want? It seems I ought to be able to. Right? I'll put those back, I guess. If I did this... then the red ones need to go over here, which we'll say is the lower level, right? This needs to go up. To be routed to over here. Right, details unclear still, but I mean, we're getting there, right? We have now, if we wanted it, like 3 full belts and a half belt. And there's not a ton of space left for building, but there's definitely enough, right? Like I could squeeze 2 in here, or I could go upstairs and do it like here. I don't know, right? If, yeah, I think I can do this. And I kind of want to as a matter of pride and aesthetics. So, what if I built it here? The last 2, right? Do I have space for that? Doesn't look like it. Not if I do it like that. Something like this, maybe? Oh, I can't even quite do that because I need a place for this to branch off. So these I can just send down, right? That's pretty cool. Like so. So now we're getting out 4 full belts of half the shape, but only 3.5 of the other half, which means, of course, that will be blocked. But don't I just have to connect these 2 up and yeet them over here, right? I've got the space for that. I think. It's really close. I need to, like, get them together and then turn them around to jump something, which is not so easy. I think I might not have the space. Well, no, that's not true. I think I could do something pretty gross. Let's see. So, I just want to connect like this. Going that way, though. And that, right? But we'll also put one here. So that this is our new line. And it wants to go this way, right? To here. That's where we put the last line, right? And then these guys, shouldn't they be able... Why is this... Now this is connecting to what was here before, but what the hell was that? Wait, do these just want to merge? Why am I trying to hop one over the other? They're the same thing. They're both coming from this group of 4 new cutters. Okay, great. So I don't need any of these jumpies here. I can just do this. Right? Okay, I think it's happening. So is there some way that I can, like, assess this? What do you mean 90 per minute times 8? Oh, okay, so this isn't its efficiency as being used. It's like its maximum throughput. Yes, we could do a belt times 8, because we have 2 levels, and you can ship 90 on each level. So unlike looking at one of these, where you can say, hey, you know, what's the efficiency of this part? By the way, something here is not right. They're not all going. This one doesn't go anywhere. Alright, somehow I didn't get hooked up. So this is an absolute mess, but I believe this is a reusable blueprint for delivering, for splitting 4 belts worth of a shape into a left and right half and delivering them by space belt, which I guess is not as fast as space train, but sure a lot faster than factory belt. And yeah, I mean, if we look, like, why is it, what does it mean that it's like calculate, why are there 2 of these is my question. So these are all 100% efficient, and that must mean these are too. So I finally did it. I'm happy with that. I do want to make the change, though, that everything is on the bottom level, just for being less insane, which I don't think should be hard. I guess we'll see. Oh, it's actually... it's almost hard. Because I can't... This one that's going under is going to have to transform into something that goes over for a minute and then ducks back down, right? So let's delete these 2 and say there's supposed to be outputs here. And I can't right here go over briefly because it's a join point, but that's okay. I'm already over here. So I can just say that. But you don't get to do that. You got to go down first. Maybe I can't do this. I should be able to. It should be identical. And I know it's backing up because we're not taking these off the belt at the other side of the factory. Because we were expecting them to be on the top level. Is this used for anything? Yeah, it's the route for these guys. I guess I was thinking I would lift them up sooner, but I can't quite do that now. Because I don't think I can lift up while also merging, can I? No. Okay, you know what? Put it all back. I'm happy with them being on 2 different levels, I've decided. Uh-oh, what was my last undo? Have I broken something? Yeah, this is still messed up. This isn't going. Hello? Where does this go? Well, clearly we don't want to undo that far. Oh, it just goes straight down. I see. Okay, there was that whole fiasco. Okay, I think that is the finished product. Yeah, because this was when I started trying to retool for the different level. Okay. And this is fine. Although, as it happens, it's exactly the opposite of what we want for our next task, which is to put these under the other thing. Where are the little gaps here? Is the second line messed up, or was that just an artifact of my undos? This is messed up. This is not full. The error is from here somehow. This isn't merging in right. Nothing's coming down here. Okay, I think this was just like I got the wrong part of the undo stack somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, in some ways, you could call this a miracle of engineering. It certainly is interesting. So, let's save this as a blueprint. How do I do that for platforms? Is it shift click? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's save this as a 4-belt, what do they call it? Cutter, I guess? Cutter. This is a platform whose effect is this, cutting. And then we can finally have a reason to build some new platform and build a 4-belt like stacker thing. Although it's going to be kind of annoying. The stacker takes something on its top. Like it's going to take a belt with a thing on the top and make that the bottom level? Are you kidding me? It might even just make sense to make a factory that takes something from the input belt on the lower level and lifts it to the upper and vice versa, and then passes that along. It feels so stupid. And this is because I didn't really think through like where all this was going, and also because I just can't solve this one tiny little problem here. Like, why not? I could get 3 of them to the bottom layer, and I couldn't get the last one. This one and this one, easy. Oh. Well... What's wrong with me? When I retooled this, I tried to get this one to stay where it is on the bottom lane and move this one to where it is on the top lane. But those are just stupid places for them to be. These don't have to cross at all. I could run this one to up here and drop it down and yeah, okay, great. I'm gonna fix this blueprint already. So delete, 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 delete. You will go like that. You will go like that. You will go out like this, and you will go like that. And now everything is so much better. We still have 4 belts going by, and I'm gonna... How do I update a blueprint? Like, is that possible? If I take... Oh. Did I make both of these and get confused? Or, I don't know. Ah, I have to switch to the blue... No? Didn't I Oh, 4-belt cutter. There it is. I'm just dumb? Okay, so... I don't think you can edit a blueprint. Can I take this and say save blueprint as... Okay, I can. So really what I should do then is go to the blueprints, take this 4-belt cutter, delete it, take this and save it as a 4-belt cutter. Oh, I can call this 4 cuts, and it's a platform. There you go. How iconographical of me. So now we just need to update this to actually get the shapes from the new place. These are still shapes we don't actually need, but now I can just confirm that everything is flowing again. Yeah. Okay. I figured out the routing problems. I did the space, cramming stuff in. I'm very happy. I saved the new blueprint. So let's define a new platform. Let's create a new platform and then hopefully make a blueprint out of it that takes 2 inputs on both on lower level, and you know, sort of arbitrarily chooses one to I mean, we could take one on the upper and one on the lower, I guess, if we wanted, as like the same input on a single belt. If we had one, if we then defined a factory that could, you know, take 2 belts of low input and convert to a low and a high, then we could just have a stacker factory that took its input as a single belt of both low and high. But I don't think I want to do that. I mean, maybe I could. I'm not a protocol expert. This seems like designing a procedure call or a bus protocol API, kind of. Like, do you usually, like, how should your platforms interact with each other? Should you, as a default, unless you have a better reason, should everything be on the lowest level? Or should you try to have all the inputs for a thing be on one belt on levels 1 and 2? I don't know. The lowest level seems the most reasonable to me, so that's what I'm going to do. Give me a platform here. Okay, delete this. Give me a platform here. Delete this too. And it really should not be hard to do 4 levels of this in this space. Should it? You wouldn't think so. Let's find out together. So I already have a blueprint for a stacker line. They take up more space than it looks like, than you would think. Like, this is just not a lot of space to work with. I know I could give myself more space. You know, I think having the belts included in this blueprint is no longer going to be interesting to me here. I'm just gonna... Let's see, I want these on bottom, right? Yeah. By the way, what is this? Why is it... Huh. Why has it got these colors? I don't know. It's not like the icon of the next task or anything. I don't know. Just a mystery, I guess. I think if we just have like 6 of these, like so. I don't know. I guess I'll just get to it and see how it goes. Jeez, you just have so little space to work with on a single platform. And I know my platform limit is high. I could do more, but I want what I find interesting so far about this game is like small engineering challenges where you have to like optimize cramped space or something. And the fact that you can use the space platform system to modularize those packed little modules, abstractions, into a large streamlined factory that doesn't have to worry about the low-level detail. The ability to switch between caring about low-level details and not caring. I know I could just use more platform space and like it would be easier, but it's an interesting challenge to see. Like, how exactly would you do this? So, like, maybe... Maybe this is the first step, is... Oh, except this wants to be upstairs, doesn't it? Is that... Can I do that? No, I have to scoot a little bit down more. Okay, so I guess then step 1... By the way, I've done this a few times. If I click here and then drag, it should know there's only one legal way to place these belts, and it should act like I'm, you know, doing this over a row of miners or something. It shouldn't try to use belt ordering logic for me. Oh, this one doesn't currently have anything in it because it's backed up. Because I consumed its inputs. And we couldn't output more because no one was consuming the red inputs on the other side. It should get back to equilibrium eventually, shouldn't it? Once everything's hooked up together? I would think so. Yeah, just one of the belts will be a little slow to catch up, and then it'll all clean up. So I think the very first thing to do is just raise all of these to the top level, right? I mean, maybe not, but it seems to make some sense to do that, at least. And this I can run to here. Nope, that's for the outputs. Shoot. I don't imagine this... Also, when you select, like, one of these jumper thingies, it should be oriented the same way the belt you were dragging was oriented. Yeah, so I can't, like, fit this over here. This is already more challenging than I thought it would be. Like, how hard could 4 stacker lines be, right? You don't even have to put everything on the same level. I could scoot it over a bit to the right to make space to sneak in behind, and I think I'll have to. But then I have to do something about this. Right, like I'm gonna have to sneak it further down so I can route this stuff out of the way. Something like that. These are pointing the wrong way now. Can you do this? You can, and I assume it would work okay? I guess the lane that I'm drawing from here is not the one that corresponds to this lane, and so they're not synced up. Or maybe it just needs a good old wipe out all their stuff. I don't know how this one got here. There was one that somehow lived. So this is, oh, I guess this goes just here, not to here. This is a lane, and that's fine. Figuring out how to route this 4 more times is a little daunting. I guess I can reuse this space as a place to route something over the top. Well, we should certainly do this much, I guess. Wait, they're just combining back together! I was supposed to rotate them first! Ah! Okay, so, but what I don't want to build a factory that rotates and then stacks. I want to build a blueprintable rotator bit, and then a rotatable stacker bit, right? Or a blueprintable stacker bit. So this is a fine work in progress, but it's not where I'm gonna want. I'm gonna have to do some other stuff first. Well, I have to take either one of these, the left or the right, and rotate them 180. I guess I'll take the right. Well, the left has space right here, doesn't it? So let's do that. Let's plop in another one of these. And I do want this to be 2 distinct platforms, because I want this one to be just like its own thing. And this is going to be the first, I hope, actual easy one I've done, right? Because we're just going to take this and do a 180 rotate, which, how many do I need? Is it still just 3 or 2? It's 2. Okay, yeah, super easy. Well, yeah, let's just, no, is this right? Yeah. Except it has to be a tiny bit further over. There we go. Let's do it like this. There we go. So this, I mean, it's not a super important blueprint to save, but I feel like you might as well. Save this as a 4 belt. 180. Degree, I don't know how to type a degree symbol. Rotator. It's a 1 pi rotator. Sure, we'll do it in radians. Rotator? Rotator? I think rotator. Is a 4. Where are my pictures of rotations? This is one, I guess. Maybe? Sure. It spins 4 things. Yeah, how do I get this thing to talk to me in radians instead of in degrees, huh? Answer me that. So now, a simple stacker factory would do what I want. And we've got, already, 1 belt. Miracle of miracles. But there's a few things that I think are already a little bit wrong. One is that I should actually be using this middle lane here. Because this one has access to this lane here, right? Which will let me squeeze in another array down here or something. So let's see, how much space did I leave? 3 in between the stacker and the wall. And only 1, so it was like this. So if I took this here and this here, I'd have an easy time, yeah? And I'm gonna run this one up pretty far up, I think, so that I have maximum space in the middle to work with. Yeah, and these aren't... oh, God. Like I said in, I think, the last video, it's not as modular as it looks. It's fine as long as there are no backups, or, like, you're consuming everything evenly. But if you ever aren't, you're gonna run into balance problems. I wonder if using a splitter like this just to maximize efficiency was the wrong idea, and I should just be using half destroyers to simplify my life. This is gonna cause me so many problems. But as long as I always build everything to work beautifully in multiples of 4, and I is assiduously? I mean like diligently, but does assiduously mean the same thing? What is assiduous? Showing great care, attention, and effort. Yeah. So long as I assiduously trash anytime I don't have perfectly balanced stuff, it should be fine. I think. So this is 2 lanes. And in fact, let's make a trash pile so that we can confirm that, right? That it actually does run smoothly. Well, but that doesn't confirm anything, because until I actually finish this, I'm using one input, one of these and one of these, and there's no guarantee that they're the ones that match up. Oh, this isn't even connected. That's part of the problem. I forgot I did that. Maybe that's what's wrong, huh? Alright, so I think we have room in here to do everything else we need to do, right? Just not that difficult. Run the last output through there. I don't quite have room for this. I need to go a bit further right. And then, oh man, let's see. That ought to carve out enough vertical space for the last row, right? I know it's not vertical, you know, north-south oriented space. I guess I need to be a bit further. I need to be here, right? Cutting it close, but I think that works. Right? Yeah, this is the right shape. So let's just make sure it all propagates through. It looks pretty good. I know, I should be working on milestone shapes, but this one was one where it just seemed so perfect. The tasks that I wanted to complete so beautifully matched with the resources that I had. There's little gaps here. Why? You're claiming 100%, but I see right there, there's a gap. Yeah, everyone's got gaps. Why? This input is wrong. Okay, so first of all, let's just delete all your junk. See if there was a buffer problem. I don't know why you guys were allowed to do that. Delete all your junk too. You guys too. Like, when you delete all the junk, a tiny bit of it gets to stay for no clear reason. Okay, is this actually a full lane? Or is it a trick? Okay, it seems to have filled up. It just took a while to buffer. And this middle one is the slowest. Not middle, the one here. But it does get there. Are all of these like, connected? They look right. These are giving full inputs, full belts. There's our first result. Hot off the factory floor. I know I could be delivering through the vortex instead of the trash. That would certainly be more efficient. But I don't understand these little gaps. Everything I'm doing should be fully saturating a bell. Right? Like this? You need 6 of these. I have 6. I don't even know what efficiency for a stacker is going to mean. I assume if it's, you know, got a fully saturated input and its output is never blocked, that's what'll make it happy. Yeah, I mean, this is 100%, although who knows. This line looks good. This one looks messed up. This line's a little messed up too, and I can't think why. Like, the top lane is looking beautiful. Oh, is it? Is this just a buffering issue? Like, look, these guys are more cramped than could normally fit on a single belt. So they're taking up some buffer space, right? Once that's all full, is this gonna start getting more stuff? Or is the problem that these splitters try to split evenly in all 3 directions and I didn't put it in the middle? So it's sending too much up here, but like this lane is not blocking, which means it is all getting in here somewhere. Yeah, see, this one's just started to build up a little buffer. I think this is a priming the pump sort of thing, where it just takes a really long time for this to reach steady state. Am I crazy? I mean, this output is perfect. How is that even possible when this one's barely running and you need 6 of them to saturate a line? I guess it's because there was some stuff buffered up here? No, that wouldn't even help, would it? There's something I deeply misunderstand. Ah, wait, there's gaps here on the input now. So I think some delay somewhere else. This is very strange. I don't have the tools, the mental tools to diagnose what's happening. I do have 6 in all of these, right? That would be the most obvious thing to get wrong. Nope, I have 7 of these. Okay, well that explains how one of them was idle some of the time and it was still filling up. Not that having a 7th would be a problem. But with the 7th there, it was introducing what looked like artificial gaps on the line. Huh. Yeah, but then there's just every so often a weird little hiccup. In is it coming from the left? Yeah, like this. What's with that gap? It's the second line from the top between second line from the bottom here. It's this one coming from here that has a gap sometimes. Right? Show me a gap. I think they all do sometimes. Like, here's a gap on this one. I don't really understand it. It might just be a quirk of sideloading. There's sometimes, like, the belt can't get totally full because 2 things want to join at this, but like that should all get evened out. eventually over time, right? They should get in phase properly through natural feedback. Yeah, I don't understand it. It's close enough, I guess, at the moment. I bet if I used half destroyers, I wouldn't have this problem. So let's delete this and put that in. And now we'll be delivering our beautiful little half cookies. I mean, I guess they're whole cookies. And we can see that here, this is the shape we want. So let's look at milestone 4. Let's actually, can I, so this is red paint, right? But I don't know how to use paint yet. I think this is basically what I need to work with. And, right, it's like my only source of red circles in the universe. I'm sure there's more out there somewhere, but it's a little hard to see in this mode what color anything is. Or the shapes. Oh, that's an interesting shape. Don't we have tasks that want like this? It's like 3/4 of a circle with 1/4 of a square in there. Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, well, let's just build that, I guess. I guess I want a shape miner. And some extensions, please. And then just run this belt. Which way is home? I mean, it's pretty far. Oh, I guess I may as well save myself some time. Put a shape miner here instead, yeah? Oh man, that's like my whole everything. Ah, there's more red right here now that I look at it. I see. This is like my entire budget. Which maybe is not the most efficient way to spend my life. Just run that in there though for now. And I think I'm just gonna delete this stuff. I don't really need this. I don't think I need any of this anymore. I don't even remember what this was for. Maybe this? There was one task I didn't finish, right? This one. Yeah, so I don't know. That was okay, but now we're in platform universe and we don't really care about the stuff we were doing before. Oh, I just realized I'm not actually mining anything, am I? Because I didn't put any miners here. And I have a blueprint that I think I called a miner platform. Also, I apparently didn't even connect this up. There we go. Home? There we go. So, I mean, I think I can just run this in. It's obviously a huge tax on my platform limit, but that's okay. It'll be gone eventually. We're almost done with this. So what was I supposed to do next? Just take that and stamp it next to a half square. Seems pretty simple. And then a half square with a half circle on it, I guess. That's one way of looking at it. It's gonna take a while for this stuff to get here, huh? It is coming though, right? Help! I need faster trains, man. I didn't realize I was going into outer space with this. Okay, it's there. Okay. So it's going to be a tax on our platform limit for longer than you might like to admit, but that's the way it is. Alright, we should probably call a break here, right? Yeah, it's been an hour. And I didn't really do all that much. I just did one step of one side task. But I feel like what I actually did was more interesting, right? I fixed this so that it is actually 4 lanes worth of stuff. And then I added these other 2 blueprints that I think are nice enough. And I don't totally understand why they're not 100% efficient, but they're pretty close. Did I... Okay, I have a 4-belt rotator, 4-belt cutter. I didn't actually add this one. As a 4-belt stacker. Platform. Okay. And I said I just have to... staple this next to a half square, right? Which I can easily get from here. But, like I said, for another day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.